From the borough of Queens, we're at the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Today, we've got a contest out of the National League East between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. Brandon Nimmo, the National League's leading hitter to this point, takes his swings. Next. Marcus Stroman, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has really good stuff. I mean, he's commanding his off-speed pitches like he was in his last one. He threw the ball really well, picking up the win and allowing only 2 runs. If he brings that stuff back in this one, it could be back-to-back powerhouse performances.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Lower part of the zone, but it's taken for a strike. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle. Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Still 2-2.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
Full count now, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And that misses, ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
So here is Austin Riley. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Hey, love the pitcher attacking the zone right here. He knows he's got a patient hitter at the plate. Might as well steal that first strike.
High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. 1 down. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, the one of Cespedes, can keep it going. He's up to a 9-game streak right now, and that's something to build on. That'll get you a little bit of attention, too. Get to 10, and we'll start talking about DiMaggio. No, just kidding. 9 is a nice start, though.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as it's grounded sharply to first. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
I think the whole ballpark knew he was going to go with the sinker right there to induce the double play. The only problem is he can't guarantee it's going to be hit right at one of his infielders. Tough luck.
So next to hit is Ronald Acuna. Good opportunity for him to add to his season RBI total here, which sits 3rd best in the National League.
Well, this is a small sample size because the season is still so young. But I don't have any doubt he's going to be near the top of a bunch of the leaderboards when this season is all said and done.
No balls and a strike to count. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish, and a fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire. You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
The 1-2. Stay alive here as the foul's tipped right off the catcher's grill, and that'll ring in the ears a bit.
Hey, I know that's the first time he's shown the changeup here, but we're in the first inning. He's kind of emptying the bucket. He's going to see what he can go to get these guys out in front later in this game.
The count now at 2-2. As a look, now the pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Marcell Ozuna is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
1-1.
Here's the 1-1.
Count is 2-1.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
The set and the 2-1.
He appears to be having some issues with pitch command to start the game. He's dealing with 2 guys on, and that last pitch looked like a big mistake in that location. Right down the middle, but he got away with it.
And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Drew Smiley gets the ball for Atlanta in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Stepping up is Jeff McNeil. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, number 6.
Now here's the pitch. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, Matty V, you know, if there's such a good thing as splitting a series, D-Row, this is the one. They lose the first 2 games of this series, win Game 3. They'd like nothing more than to split this series and win Game 4.
Yeah, Bobby Cox always used to say, you got to take care and beat the teams you're supposed to beat and then play 500 against the really good teams. They have a chance to do that exactly today. Drop the first 2, but if they can win today, they split this series and move on.
Count is 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. On the move is Ozuna, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first down.
Batting second.
For the moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. D-Row, what's your take on this team today?
Matty, this lineup is built on one thing, and that's moving the ball over the fence. This is a station-to-station team. Not a lot of speed in this lineup. but they don't need much speed when they're moving traffic to both gaps.
J.D. Davis the next to bat, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Previous battles with Drew Smiley, he's 1 for 3. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike one. One out, nobody on. Swung on and missed. That's strike two.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuna is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting third, the center fielder, Brandon.
So here's Brendan Nimmo. He got off to a red-hot start this year and leads the senior circuit in batting over the first half of the season.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
Ball one to start the at-bat. Two balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder. And with a batting average over the 400 mark over his last 10 games, it's a little scary to think that he might be getting better at the plate as the season progresses.
No surprise this guy found himself in the All-Star game in the Midsummer Classic. He absolutely had a monster first half. He was almost a certain lock to represent his team at that game.
Heading out towards shallow right. Cespedes is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hey! Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number one.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch. It hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
So here's Yoenis Cespedes. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He'll check in here at 256. 6 home runs, and he's driven in 24. And it's 1-1. Stroman has pitched just under 120 innings with a dominant sub-3 ERA. Good by anybody's standards. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As the Braves get on the board first, it's 1-0.
When you're facing an elite starter, you know runs are going to be at a premium. I don't know if this shakes the starter's confidence, but you know what it does? It certainly boosts the confidence of the guys in your lineup.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Two 2-0 the count to Dansby Swanson.
I like the way they're making him work out on that mound. They're taking a lot of early pitches right here. It's going to benefit them in the later innings.
Outside, 3-0 now.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
3-0 pitch is taken, strike 1. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
So now the pitcher, Drew Smiley. This is a textbook sacrifice situation, so let's see if that's the call. First delivery to him, and he pops up the bunt attempt. But a strong throw gets him at second, so the sacrifice does not pay off here.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Ozzie.
So up steps Ozzie Albies, batting .300 for the series, 3 for 10. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
Too high that time with the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Down the third baseline. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Ball 2.
Now a swing and a miss at the hard sinker, and they're back to even 2-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And he fouls this one off. Smiley is off at first with 2 away. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Another 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Atlanta. Of the inning now, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Well, New York Mets fandom has really been taken to another level by that group decked out in orange in right center field. They got their name from the 7-line subway train that served Citi Field, and it's become quite a big deal here in Queens.
No, Matt, they really go all out in support of this Mets team, and it's sort of become a movement amongst fans here in New York.
Yeah, it's a well-organized group, believe it or not, that holds several events throughout the year. They even take their act on the road to visiting ballparks a couple of times each season. It's been really great for the Mets organization. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. So now to the plate, Dominic Smith. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball. Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home.
Hey.
High pop-up. And there's out number 2.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
In now, Michael Conforto, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Previous battles with Drew Smiley, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. High and wide, 2 balls and a strike. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Outside in a full count, 3-2. And that misses ball 4, and now the Mets have themselves a 2-out base runner. Next to hit is Francisco Lindor. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Smiley comes set. Here it comes.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Pulled high in the air out to left field. On the move is Ozuna. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Mets lead 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
Welcome back to Citi Field, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Mets this season. In terms of ERA and WHIP, they rank among the best pitching staffs in the league, leading some of the position players I talked with to sing their praises, while also emphasizing how happy they are to play behind them on defense instead of facing them in the batter's box. One of them told me, "Our guys are awesome on the mound. They keep us in every game, and they really work hard as a group to push each other to get better all the time. I really appreciate what they bring to this team." Sounds like a group that has earned a lot of respect around the league and from inside their own clubhouse.
All right, thanks, Heidi. First offering on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. So he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball one. He collected a base hit his first time up. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Riley gets his lead at first, nobody out. Runners off for second. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. From the belt, the pitch. He lays off it to even the count 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
And this is in a bit tight, maybe above the letters as well, so it's a full count now, 3-2. Payoff pitch home. Line to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. First and second here with nobody out. Advantage count 2-0 to the Braves center fielder.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Hit hard on the ground to second. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan, 2-seamer, pitcher, sinker, baller, what have you. You're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly what happened right there. Miss middle.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses, hits ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. That evens it up 1-1. As a look, now the pitch.
Back outside.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
None out, runners at first and second. 3 balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now. Swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now first out of the inning. Now to bat, Travis d'Arnaud. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch. Hit hard down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He swings and grounds it to short, and that's through into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores, and the second run will score. It's now a 4-0 game.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Row. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
First offering on its way. Dansby Swanson is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
3 runs already home here. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
The 1-1 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Here now the 2-2. Never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
d'Arnaud on second. Cespedes is over at first with 1 away. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. Oh, and he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Now batting.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Drew Smyly, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Has a look, now the pitch. Lined but speared on a hop. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits here. 1 error in the inning and 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Atlanta leads it 4-0. Striding in is James McCann, and they've got some work to do early on, down 4-0 already.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game, there's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job 1 at-bat at a time.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Too high. Ball.
McCann, 30 years of age. He was taken in the second round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys. The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
2 balls and a strike now. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
So now into the box is Marcus Stroman. Textbook sack bunt situation here. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting, number 6.
Next to dig in, Jeff McNeil flew out last time up. First pitch of the AB on its way. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. McNeil is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter.
Yeah, he has the ability. What I love about this ball player, he's got such a great internal clock. It seems like it's bang bang at first every time, but the guy's out. He's got sure hands and an accurate throwing arm.
At the letters, but called high. It's a ball. J.D. Davis will be next. Swing and a liner. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores.
You love the aggressive base running right there. It's not easy to make that throw and give that catcher time to adjust his feet and get that tag down.
No, very aggressive send right there. You take a chance, you hope to throw us a little bit offline, and that paid off right there.
Standing in now, J.D. Davis, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. McNeil stands at first with 1 out. Belted high and deep into right center. Looking up, Acuna out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 13 for him on the year, as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball 1-0. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about it.
Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. So he picks up another hit. First of the game, but as we've mentioned, it's just one of many so far this season for him.
Yeah, Matty, I know he's fighting for a batting title right now, but the consistency this guy has shown from start to finish this season has been awesome for this team. Talking to the manager before the game, he's the one guy when he walks in the clubhouse door, you know exactly what you're getting from him.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. First time up, he went down looking. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Back goes Ozuna. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The lefty, number 2, Dominic Smith.
So stepping in is Dominic Smith. Base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Set and the pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
Comes set. The 0-1.
Ball that time.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
1-1. Here it is. Drives it out to deep right center field. Cespedes going back. Still going back. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 12 home runs for him now thus far. As they will take the lead here, it's now a 5-4 ball game.
Teams have absolutely been teeing off on him the last couple of games. He gave up 3 bombs last time out, and he's already given up 2 here in the early going. You want your pitchers to be consistent, but not consistently bad.
At the plate, Michael Conforto. As he takes a cold strike on the black, it's 0-1. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. And they go away here. It's a cold strike. 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as this side is retired. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. 3 innings complete. Mets out in front, 5-4. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager, Brian Snitker, during the commercial break. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already put 4 runs on the board, and they've done so by running up their opponent's pitch count. So he said he thinks they're going to have a lot more opportunities to score because of that as the game goes on.
Thank you, Heidi. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. First offering on its way.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
The windup and the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
So next to bat will be Austin Riley, who came around to score last time after reaching on an error. First pitch on the way. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And that is off the wall. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. The throw is wild, and it gets away. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune. Stepping in now, Freddie Freeman, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Swing and another one deep out to center field. Looking up is the left fielder. Gone! Back-to-back homers. A solo home run off the bat of Freddie Freeman. And even 20 home runs for him now thus far. And this one gives him the lead at 6-5. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep, but combined 5 times in this one.
Matty V, this is turning into Home Run Derby Part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of mislocations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
And it's fouled away. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count. No, that's close.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
Swing and a liner. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And as we check out our Atlanta Braves leaderboard, you can see that he currently ranks 2nd best on the roster in that category. David Peterson answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. That'll bring in Marcelo Ozuna. As he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Pitch is high. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Now a spin and a throw back to second, and a dive, but he's back in there. Nope. 3-0. Travis d'Arnaud will be next. High in the air out to center field.
Waiting on it is Nimmo.
Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And now here is Travis d'Arnaud. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Now the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder is on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Braves lead it 6-5. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they've done a nice job of keeping their swings inside the strike zone and not chasing after pitches they can't do much with. The numbers say their chase rate in this game is under 25%. And with a bunch of runs on the board right now, that could be a big reason why.
Thank you, Heidi. And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
And now the first pitch. Fastball taken a little under the letters, called a strike. Wind up and the 0-1. Line towards center field. Acuna is there, and he has it for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Up next, James McCann. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Now here's the pitch. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball. 1-1. Now the pitch.
Ball 2. Count is 2-1.
5 runs on only 4 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Now a swinging bunt. And he struck him out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box, David Peterson. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Two and one.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Jeff McNeil would be next. The 3-1. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count. The ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
First offering. Jeff McNeil stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
The 1-0 home. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. He'll try again, 1-2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And he couldn't get on top of it as this has popped up behind shortstop. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. This one remains close. It's 6-5. Stepping in, Yoenis Cespedes. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. First pitch of the AB on its way. In there, and it's 0-1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Set to deliver the 0-1. High pop-up. Lindor is there for it. 1 away. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher, and he'll likely do his best to forget about today.
Well, this one's really easy to dissect. Too many pitches left over the heart of the plate. 3 bombs allowed in this one. He's going to have to do a better job of throwing quality pitches down the road.
First pitch on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
Six runs, 9 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Swing and a flare down the line. In there, a base hit.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
And he's safe.
Yep, he made it.
Well, he took a risk with the decision to throw to second instead of taking the sure out at first. Not sure if someone was yelling for him to go to second, but we know now it was the wrong call.
So now to the plate, Ozzie Albies, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Swanson over at second. Smiley at first, 1 gone. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through, a base hit. Long throw to third, and no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
To the plate now, Austin Riley. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0 home.
2 balls, no strike.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Now the 2-0. Laid off, but in there for strike 1. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or trying to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Up next, it'll be Freddie Freeman. 3 hits in 3 trips to the plate for him so far. Here's the first pitch to him. down the line. This will get foul for strike 2. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone. 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
And a slider called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. Braves will settle for just the 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
That last at bat, Matty D, a changeup right down the middle of play. Listen, this guy's got a great changeup, but he can't afford to keep throwing it middle like he did that last at bat. If he does, this guy might be hitting back-to-back jacks.
And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Up top, it's 2-0. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And there's the first strike, 2-1. And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as it's now a 1-run game, 7-6 now. Well, that's the 6th home run we've watched leave the yard in this one. Guys, what do you think's behind the hitting we've seen here today?
Yeah, Matt, you know what, people, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game before. We haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both lineups.
Jackson, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Number 77, Luke Jackson.
Standing in now, Brandon Nimmo. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Half swing that time. They'll appeal it down to third. No swing, says Gary Simmons. It's ball 1. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Popped him up. Riley is there. 1 down. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. It's taken. Now it's 0-2.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here. Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
And that's going to be high 2-2 now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
In now, Dominic Smith. And that misses ball one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Outside, 2-1.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
2 out, nobody on. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. Through 5 innings, it's now a 7-6 ball game. Set for the start of the inning, and that brings forward Ronald Acuna Jr. First offering on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The left fielder, number 20, Marcel Ozuna.
Now to the plate, here is Marcel Ozuna, and he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. First pitch of the AB now.
Oh, that's out. Nope.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 2-1 after the foul ball there.
Hey, hats off to the pitching staff right here. They've been able to hold a hot hitter in check in Game 4 this series.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle. He's been struggling. The season hasn't gone according to plan, but he's staying pot committed and grinded out a nice knock.
Into the box now, Travis d'Arnaud. Fouled off. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. set. Here's the 0-1.
1-1.
Ozuna, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Working for the punch out and the offering. A little low. It's 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up. McNeil's got it for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. One hit in the inning, but that gets erased. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Braves 7 and the Mets 6. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot. Time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Ball, that's
and this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. 3-0 now.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. That'll bring up the switch hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
It's out. 1-1.
Nobody out. Runner on first. Inside and low, 2-1.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's given the umpire an earful from that dugout.
The 2-2. Hit on the ground to short. Schwarzen blows it in. Over to Albies. On to Freeman. A double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
At the plate now, James McCann. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he falls behind now, 2-0. And here's a slider for a called strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Now a swing and a miss as he was trying to flick that one the other way, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. Down a run in a tight one. It's 7-6. Seventh inning ready to roll, and standing in the outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Now the first pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. The pitch. Here's Cespedes with a drive. That's high and deep to left field. And it's gone. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game. And it's now an 8-6 ball game.
Well, as a team, they've gone yard 4 times, and this guy's accounted for half of them. Memo to all pitchers the rest of the game: if this guy comes to the plate, you might want to pitch around him.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Tommy Hunter will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Tomas Nido is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Dansby Swanson lining up to hit as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. Base is empty here with nobody out. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Oh, the old classic 2-strike. Let's throw the fastball right down the middle. Not in this game. Gotta believe you gotta work the corners a little bit more. Fastball command is paramount at this level.
And it's fouled away. Now another 1-2. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And that's the first down.
Now back, the pitcher, Luke Jackson.
Guillermo Heredia will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 38, Guillermo Heredia.
First pitch on its way.
No, that's down.
1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. And he misses again, 2-0. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Popped him up. Nito shading to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Stepping in now, Ozzie Albies. A two-seamer there as this is fouled off to the left side. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Strike 2 as that's taken on the outside part of the plate.
Hey, this guy has come in and just done his job. Period. The end. Chance to toss a scoreless inning right here with 2 down. They're only down 2. A bloop and a blast, and this game's tied.
Pulled toward right center field. Conforto able to track it down for the 3rd out.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning.
1 for the Braves in the inning, and it comes courtesy of the long ball. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Braves 8 and the Mets 6. Shane Green will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 32, Shane Green.
Now at the plate, Tomas Nido. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. He's set. Here it comes. Too high to start the inning. It's 1-0. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begins throwing. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Cespedes is there. 1 away.
The batter, number 6.
So here's Jeff McNeil. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Swanson scoops it up. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
The batter, the third baseman,
J.D. Davis stands in looking for home run number 3 right here as you see what he's done so far in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. Can't cut into that 8-6 deficit. Rafael Castro has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 50, Miguel Castro.
Ready to begin the 8th and set to go as the third baseman, Austin Riley. And now the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. As we near the end of this one, I think it's safe to say that the story of the game has undoubtedly been the long ball. Guys, what do you think about what we've witnessed?
Well, as a former offensive player, I absolutely love it. Kudos to both lineups for doing absolute damage today. One of the most fun watches of the year.
You know, D-Row, what this shows me is this new age way of guys going up there, and they're swinging hard. You need to make good pitches, quality pitches, and if you don't have command of the fastball, you're in for a long day, and we saw that here this afternoon, a ball flying out at near record pace.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Slow little roller to third. Davis grabs it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Next to stand in is Freddie Freeman, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Ready with the 1-0. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
2-2 the count. Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And that misses for ball 4 to Freeman as he'll work the walk.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
Acuna digs in now as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. Freeman leads off first with 1 away. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike.
Hey, that's a quality take right there. He knows the pitcher's trying to get him to hit a ground ball and roll 2.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base. That's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Now the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. 2 out with the man at first.
Hey.
3-1.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
The catcher, Travis.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone. And up next, the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
The 1-0 home.
Hey.
2 men are on with 2 men out. A foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. This is on the ground over to first, and the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. A couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Will Smith is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 51, Will Smith.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a ball 1-0. Here's the pitch. Nope. 2-1. Nimmo with an even count of 2-2 now.
I got to count 2-2.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. That's lifted the other way out to left. Ozuna is camped under this one. 1 gone.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
So here's Pete Alonso. His career line against Will Smith. He's 2 for 4. He also has 1 home run. First pitch on its way. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
That's ball
2-0 now.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Pitch on the way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
He loses him on ball 4.
Up next to the net, the left fielder, Dominic.
Now at the plate, here is Dominic Smith. Struck out in his last trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Smith rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
The right fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
And now, Michael Conforto. First pitch on the way. And this one runs up high, ball 1. Alonso, the runner at first with 2 gone. A high fastball is in there. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Count 1-2.
Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Mets lead 1. Can't cut into that 8-6 deficit. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Edwin Diaz is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Jose Peraza is also into the ball game as he'll hit in the number 8 spot here. Now it'll be Yoenis Cespedes, 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game.
Man, he's making a lot of noise in this one. He's feeling really locked in at the plate right now. We used to have a saying in the dugout, anybody could get 2. There ain't too many guys hitting north of 2 bombs in the game in the big leagues.
Woo-wee! That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Oh, I love this, boys. Mano-y-mano. He's coming to get him with back-to-back big-time heaters.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
At the plate, Dansby Swanson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 delivery.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
1 out, nobody on. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Clips the inside corner for strike 3.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Ehire Adrianza will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 23.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. In for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Down in order go the Braves. The lead stands pat at 8-6. Chris Martin comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 55, Chris Martin.
Ready now is Francisco Lindor. Prior history in this matchup, he's 1 for 2.
Francisco Lindor.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
That's exactly what they needed. Down by 2 runs, the leadoff man puts himself in scoring position with the tying run coming to plate. The temptation for the next batter is to swing for the fences and tie it up with 1 swing. But a base hit brings home a run and keeps momentum on your side. We'll see how he goes about it.
Robinson Cano stands in as he looks at a called strike. Comes into this one at 271. 9 homers and the RBI count at 35. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a soft liner. And there's 1 away.
The catcher, number 3,
Next for the Mets, Tomas Nido. He flew out in his last debut. And now the first pitch. It's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The 1-0. A ball and a strike now. Lindor, a runner at second with one away. Again, another foul ball. Here comes the 1-2.
That's down.
What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
The 2-2. High and deep to left center field. Acuna going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Next up from New York, Jeff McNeil. Lifetime versus this arm. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. From the stretch. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit. And the runner from second is in to score.
All right, here we go. RBI base hit to cut the lead in half, get the crowd going. You can feel the energy rising. Maybe that leads to an offensive explosion. We'll see.
To plate now, J.D. Davis. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1.
Hey, I know the tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset a closer can have is short-term memory. And this situation called for it, right?
Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
And that's save number 33 on the season for him, matching my career best for a season. The difference is he still has a chance to notch number 34. Another nice outing from him.
Close one, 8-7 is how it finishes today. Atlanta took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Luke Jackson claims the win out of the pen, his first. Marcus Stroman couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. Chris Martin earns the save out of the bullpen, his 33rd of the year. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Can't do nothing but love fresh air. You won't know what we gonna do next time. We bought our tape with the check out. You ain't a vest, you trying to protect your chest, you spent 70 on your bins,